When Nehemiah learned that Jerusalem's wall had been destroyed, he prayed for God's help and for favor with the king. And God answered. The king allowed Nehemiah to return to Jerusalem and gave him everything that would be needed to rebuild the wall. Nehemiah went to the city, shared his plan with everyone, and got to work. But there was a problem. Actually, two problems, and their names were Sanballat and Tobiah. But when Sanballat the Horonite, Tobiah the Ammonite official, and Geshem the Arab heard about it, they mocked and ridiculed us. "What is this you are doing?" they asked. "Are you rebelling against the king?" Nehemiah 2, verse 19. The whole time that the wall was being built, these two taunted Nehemiah, discouraged him, laughed at him, insulted him, accused him of rebelling against the king, spread lies about him, and conspired against him. But Nehemiah and the Hebrews just kept on working and kept on praying. Sanballat and Tobiah invited Nehemiah to talk things over, but they were really planning to kill him. Here's how Nehemiah responded to their invitation. "I sent messengers to them with this reply: I am carrying on a great project and cannot go down. Why should the work stop while I leave it and go down to you?" Nehemiah 6, verse 3. Nehemiah was like, "Hey, I don't have time for your games because I'm doing something important." So the wall was completed on the 25th of Elul in 52 days. When all our enemies heard about this, all the surrounding nations were afraid and lost their self-confidence because they realized that this work had been done with the help of our God. Nehemiah 6, 15 through 16. When Nehemiah's critics saw what God had done through him, they changed their tune. And the same thing happened with Jesus. Just before he was crucified, he was taunted by some Roman soldiers. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him, and then twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand. Then they knelt in front of him and mocked him. "Hail, King of the Jews," they said. They spit on him and took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. Matthew 27, verses 28 through 30. But then check out what one of these soldiers said right after Jesus died. When the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, "Surely he was the Son of God." Matthew 27, verse 54. When people who oppose God see his incredible faithfulness in action, they change their tune. And he is also faithful to us. If we are faithless, he remains faithful, for he cannot disown himself. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 13. God is faithful to us even when we are faithless. Even though we make mistakes, in the end, our critics and enemies will see that God is faithful.